Hello and welcome to Gaming is Therapy. I'm DEFY Reality and today I'm bringing you episode number 45 of our EFL Fantasy Football, and it's just a brief catch up on the triple game week. So the first batch of games, as we know, are all completed, and today the second batch of games will kick off. Early kick off at 12:30, which is fantastic. What did we think about the first batch of games? Well, there's a few games I'd like to pick out. Obviously Blackburn Sunderland. Blackburn were really unlucky not to get more out of that game. I think if the game went on a little bit longer they would have got a winner. Speaking of teams, if the game went on a little bit longer, would have got a winner. Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday. Again, Middlesbrough capitulate. Sheffield Wednesday came back into it. 3-3. Again, another 3 goals conceded for Middlesbrough. But honestly, there was a few more minutes left in that game. Just a few more, say 5 minutes. I think Wednesday would have got the 4th goal and come away with all 3 points. But what's going on with Middlesbrough? Also, Coventry beating Plymouth 4-0 and an absolute battering for Plymouth. They concede so many goals away from home. They're just really poor away from home. I'm not saying they're particularly great at home, but that 3-3 draw against Middlesbrough, you would have liked to have thought could have been the catalyst for some form of fight back. But no, they absolutely got battered by Coventry. Norwich somehow beat Millwall 2-1. Ending that poor vein of form. West Brom slipping up yet again against Derby, 2-1 loss. Leeds getting away points at Stoke, a big 3 points there, winning 2-0. Watford somehow beating Portsmouth. I mean, I don't even know how they beat Portsmouth in the end. A silly red card also, and I know opinions are divided on the penalty. And lastly, Sheffield United losing to Burnley 2-0. Now, I knew that was always going to be a risky call to have Sheffield United as one of my team's players in my team. I didn't expect them to lose 2-0 to Burnley. I expected it to be either a draw or they'd be separated by 1 goal, and I presumed it would be in the favour of Sheffield United. I fancied them to draw, if I'm honest, but if anyone was going to win it, I would have said Sheffield United, but it didn't go that way. Burnley won 2-0. They were the better team on the day. And a nice little one for Bristol City beating Luton. Luton are definitely vulnerable at the moment. A nice little 1-0 win, keeping that little bit of form and doing themselves favours in a potential promotion push. Before we do have a sneak peek at the first batch of games and see how people have actually done, I'd like to welcome H. Ashworth, who is half. Welcome in, fella. I hope you enjoy your stay. And T. Butterworth, who is Bundy's boys. Welcome in, fella. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you have a good end to the season. And we've grown to 17 participants, which is absolutely fantastic. So before we actually do have an actual quick look at how we're all doing, not all of us, we're only going to be a snippet. What games are taking your eye today? Well, I've got to say, Sheffield Wednesday away to Preston. I fancy Sheffield Wednesday to get a win there. Sheffield United have got West Brom. West Brom are very inconsistent. Sheffield United lost to Burnley. Is that going to be a draw? I really want Sheffield United to win that one. I want my lads who I've got in the team to do really well, but I'm a bit on the fence on that one. Bristol City, are they going to be able to beat Portsmouth? I mean, Portsmouth played so well against Watford and they were really unlucky to lose. Speaking of Watford, they've got Cardiff. Can they continue that 17-game unbeaten run at home? That will be interesting. Plymouth are again away to Oxford. Will that be another goal fest? Will Middlesbrough be able to find some consistency and stop Burnley? 2-0 win against Sheffield United, a 3-3 draw against Plymouth, a 3-3 draw against Sheffield Wednesday. I think there's going to be a lot of goals in the Middlesbrough-Burnley game, or it's going to be an absolute bore draw, 0-0. Hopefully not, because I've got Brownhill, so I'm hoping for some goal line action. Another interesting one, that not the late kickoff, because the late kickoff is Middlesbrough Burnley, but the early evening kickoff is Derby Leeds. Can Leeds continue picking up points away from home? From my perspective, Cole, you've got Donny. Hopefully, Cole, you can continue the good vein of form that they're in. Not conceding, picking up points. Can they put one over on Donny? That'll be an interesting one. So importantly, before we do get actually into having a quick snout at the how everyone's doing, not everyone, how a few of us are doing, it was nice to see that on my recommendations only 2 teams let me down. So Leeds obviously won 2-0. Watford somehow beat Portsmouth 2-1. Still don't know how that occurred, but they've got that unbeaten run at home. Tom Cleverley's got them playing a nice brand of football, but Portsmouth were the better team on the day. Vale let me down with a 2-1 loss. Wycombe won 3-0. Birmingham won 2-0. Salford won 3-0. QPR let me down with a 3-0 loss. Wrexham won 2-1. Beautiful goal by Mullin. And Walsall won 2-0. So I was quite happy with the 7 out of 9 results there. When you do a prediction or recommendations, it's nice to see that you actually get some of them right. So let's get into it and have a look at how people are actually doing. And there we go. So we have Winning 11 currently at the top with 99 points. What a fantastic return. 99 points. Then Waymaker, 93 points. It's great to see Waymaker pushing back up the table, especially on the weekly. And with it being a triple game week, this could be an absolutely blinding move to nail some points. Inzuma 11 with 91 points in third. We've got Lord Reedes in fourth with 90 points. We've got Half, which is H. Ashworth, a new member to the league, 76 points. Nice one. We've got Bojang Swan also on 76 points in 6th. And we've got Bundy's Boys, who is a new participant, also on 76 points. Seems to be a magic number. In 8th position, we've got Element Champions on 74. 9th position, we've got Bielsa's Babes on 73. 10th position, we've got EFL Fantasy Josh on 72. And we've also got Luckett, which is Gooding and Co. on 72 points. So, some nice points there. Some really nice points. Game week 2 is definitely going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a deciding one. From my point of view, it's going to be an absolutely massive one because I'm sitting on 56 points after an absolute dismal first round of fixtures. I really need my boys, my teams, to deliver maximum points. It was always going to be a risk because the Sheffield United players have got some big games, so I was definitely risking it for a biscuit, and it clearly has not paid off after the first round of games. And obviously, why do I keep going for Sainz up top? He's just not delivering. It's becoming frustrating. I need to get him out of my system and stop picking him. He's a little bit like May. I seem to just go for him, which is frustrating, so we'll have to work on that. But I need all my players to absolutely deliver this week. From a player's points perspective, some really interesting players in there. So frustratingly, I was going to go with Barrett, but I didn't. I went with Mitchell from Charlton, and Barrett nailed 14 points. Nice one. For those who used Azza, 17 points. I'm sure you would have kept it or in your teams unless you had someone like Williams, Garbutt or Eccles. Azza will be your captain if you've still got your max chip. So that's a nice 34-point return. Some interesting players there. Eccles had some good moments. Strangely enough, going into it, Williams' form was actually quite good. So in the last 4 weeks, he was actually delivering 3, 11, 9 and 7. So it didn't surprise me that he got 20 points. I mean, obviously the goal helps and the volume of clearances, etc. But yeah, I mean, the two Walsall defenders in there is quite nice. If you had them, that's a 34-point partnership. As I say, I would have put Barrett in there and I didn't, so again that's on me. But yeah, I'm going to have to come up with something because I need those teams to actually deliver because I am sinking fast. 56 points is just not good enough. But as I did say, my minimum standard is 150 points, so I'm 6 points above on game week 1. I need at least 50 points in game week 2. I'm hoping for 100 points. I don't think it's going to happen. Looking at the fixtures, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tight one. The bigger question, can the front runners continue that form? Will Jay Sham and Winning 11 continue? Will Waymaker be able to continue? Will Inzuma 11 be able to continue? And Lord Reedes, would he be able to continue? All teams above 90 points, will they be able to continue that vein of form and end up with 180 plus going into game week 3, that final batch of games, which is New Year's Day? So we'll leave it there. Hopefully you can have a little bit of a laugh this Sunday afternoon knowing that I'm absolutely rock bottom like the Titanic on 56 points. You know what we're going to say next? As always, we will catch you later.